This morning, the White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki. Jen, welcome to your first GMA as Press Secretary. I have to say, as someone who had that job a long time ago, I know it's both a privilege and a challenge, and I envy the fact your first press briefing went a lot more smoothly than mine.
Well, George, we'll see how today goes. So,
and let's get to some of the questions right away. We saw the president bristle there at the idea that his goal for 100 million vaccines is not ambitious enough. But that's not just a press complaint. It's not just a partisan complaint. Dr. Paul Offit, Children's Hospital in Philly, he was a member of the Federal Vaccine Advisory Board, says we can do better and we have to do better.
well, George, we're going to wake up. Today is the president's second full day in office. He's waking up right now, probably thinking about COVID and what we're going to do to get the pandemic under control. And our objective in setting that bold goal, a goal that many health officials called bold at the time, still continues to be, is to set our own markers, but also set markers for the American people. But when we reach that goal, and we're confident we will, we're going to build from there. So we're not packing our bags at 100 million shots in the arms of Americans, but we want to make sure that people know that we're going to hold ourselves accountable, and we're going to do everything to make sure we're getting as many people vaccinated as possible.
There were signs of unity at the inaugural a couple of days ago. Of course, that was the theme of the president's address. But are you already running up against the limits of unity? You know, the Republicans are signaling that your economic plan is too big. Mitch McConnell said he looked at the president's first day and said it looks like a big step in the wrong direction. Kevin McCarthy's complaining about the immigration plan and the climate plan. They can't even come to an agreement on how to run the Senate. So is reality setting in?
Well, first, the package that the president proposed is big because the crises are big, and the components in there, from money for vaccine distribution to allowing Americans to apply for unemployment insurance, money to reopen schools, those are all key components to get us through this pivotal period of time. But this is exactly how it should work, George, and it feels maybe unfamiliar to many people, including even all of you. The president of the United States laid out his agenda, laid out his bold vision. There's going to be a discussion with members of Congress of both parties about where we go from here. They'll like some pieces, they won't like some pieces. We'll figure out what the sausage looks like when it comes out of the machine. But at the end of the day, he felt it was important to lay out his bold vision for not just COVID and addressing it, but also immigration, a crisis that also has been not addressed in many years and is long overdue.
I know the president wants to work with Republicans, hopes Republicans come aboard on his package, but you might face the prospect of having to go to lone Democrats with those 50 votes in the Senate. Is the president committed to maintaining the filibuster so that you can do that?
Well, George, he's an optimist by nature. I can confirm for the American public, but also he's a believer, having spent 36 years in the Senate, that when the country is facing a crisis, and we're facing multiple right now, not just health, the pandemic, that Democrats and Republicans are going to have to come together to agree on a package to address this crisis, because it's impacting Democrats, Republicans, red states, blue states, and he thinks we can get to a bipartisan package. At the same time, we're not going to take tools off the table, because addressing this is what he was elected to do. But we're going to start and we're going to pursue a bipartisan package first and do all the work to have those conversations.
Right. You understood what I meant, doing away with the filibuster, not keeping it. Let's talk about impeachment. We've seen the Republicans already saying they want to delay the impeachment trial for a couple of weeks. Is that better for the president so you can get more of your cabinet in, or would you prefer to get it done right away?
Well, the good news is our cabinet is starting to get confirmed. We want it to be expedited, but it looks like Lloyd Austin is on his way to confirmation. Avril Haines was just sworn in by the vice president yesterday. We need this to pick up. Ali Mayorkas, getting him in his seat is pivotal at this point in our country. But, you know, George, again, you know, the president is somebody who's focused on working with both parties to get both his cabinet through, address the crises we're facing, and that's what we're going to work to do every day. We'll see if we're successful.
Jen Psaki, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you, George.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.